Minnesota fighting Vikings defense coordinator Brian Flores loves him some press man, long and lengthy corners around the outside, and why not have a conversation about the best press man cornerback in the 2023 NFL Draft, Joey Porter Jr. Yes. Son of Steelers legend linebacker Joey Porter Sr. So it's very exciting. I love that. I love it, man. So let's talk about Joey Porter Jr. today. Background, 22 years young, does turn 23 in July, had a medical red shirt, a little bit older of a prospect, don't care. 6'2", $194, former four-star recruit from Wexford, Pennsylvania, and kept his talents in state, went to the state college. We are Penn State. Is named all-conference every single season. He was a starter, which was for 3 of them. First team in 2022. Last season, he put up 8 passes broken up, 63.6 quarterback rating when thrown at, allowed 0, goose egg, D'Angelo Russell, touchdowns and coverage. And also, quarterbacks just started avoiding him. So that's the thing, too, about elite cornerbacks is that sometimes they don't put up the elite black and white stats because they're not getting targets because their receiver's not open. That's what happens, man. Combine, check the boxes physically. I had a nice broad jump vertical. But isn't it weird that, these guys have gotten so good at the testing that 4.47 is seen as average. Like, it's only 77th percentile. It's crazy. But still, a 9.35 on the RAS is pretty damn good. He's not like a joystick cornerback like, say, Christian Gonzalez, but, again, it's whatever. Lance Zierlein, NFL.com's scouting report. NFL comparison, Amani Oruwariye. Now, I think this goes beyond just the Penn State comparison because that's where Amani went to, but, overview. Ascending cornerback combining traits and above-average play strength that create a clear definition of who he is as a player. He can reroute the release and has the frame to close, catch windows against big receivers in press man or cover 2 looks, delayed transitions, and sluggish change of direction to put him in conflict and off coverage. So teams must pay attention to matchups and scheme in order to avoid a field full of yellow laundry. There is work to be done to improve tackle consistency in the run game, but he finishes tackles after a catch. Porter has scheme limitations, but he also has cornerback 1 potential with more work if utilized properly. Now, they say scheme limitations, where if he goes to a heavy zone team, it's probably not going to work out. But fortunately, Vikings and Flores are looking to play a lot of press man, so that's definitely in Joey Porter Jr.'s wheelhouse. Now, I actually think that his play style, to me, reminds me of the best of Xavier Rhodes, where Xavier was a true travel press man, set it and forget it type guy, played well in cover 2. Hell, he was drafted to be a cover 2 guy back in 2013 under Leslie Frazier. But, if we can get peak Xavier Rhodes, but over a longer span of time, that'd be pretty good. Anyways, Joey Porter Jr., length and wingspan are definitely elite. Length, not quite Josh Brent's, but also it's pretty damn good. NFL bloodlines, of course, father played in the league, and that can be a lot of times that's seen as a negative. Well, not a lot of times. In coaching it is, but for players, like, they grew up in the life. Like, they know what it means to be a pro. Like, they've been around locker rooms, and their dad will give them all the information. It's like, hey, this is what it takes to be a professional, and that's important. Because a lot of guys come into the league cold, where if their dad or their uncles or cousins or brothers or friends hadn't played in the league before, like, they're learning everything. Like, nothing's going to faze Joey Porter Jr. when he gets to the show. He is the best press man corner in the draft, a lead punch at the line. Like, he will just stick a receiver at the line of scrimmage, and using his length and using his strength, it's tough. It's going to be tough for a lot of guys to get off the line. Also, Justin Jefferson and Joey Porter Jr. going at it in practice every single day. Woo! Love it, man. And he is in that mold of the tough Western Pennsylvania corner. They play a damn good brand of football out there. Darrell Rivas from Western Pennsylvania, Aliquippa area. It's the same sort of rough and tumble attitude. I love it. He's not a burner. Like, you're never going to confuse him with Deonte Banks or whatever, but yeah, he does have enough speed. Also, his ability at the line to disrupt receivers not being able to get off the line cleanly certainly helps him as well. Now, he can get a little bit grabby. He did have 10 penalties in 2021, reduced it to 3 in 2022. But we said this before. I actually prefer if a cornerback is too aggressive and too grabby, because you can dial that back versus if you have a corner who's too passive, where you have to try and dial it up. It's easy to go from here to here. It's not so easy to go from here to here, if that makes sense. And the rest of the cornerback class. So, if Porter had better speed and agility, I mean, I could see him up there with Witherspoon and Gonzalez. But, I mean, for me, he's still a first-round pick. And if he got to the Vikings at 23 and they just sticked and picked and took him, I would have zero issue whatsoever, specifically for what Flores wants to do. I think that he is a guy that would slide in right away as a starter, and it would just be beautiful, man. I love it. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings need to draft Penn State cornerback Joey Porter Jr. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.